Ron Scott here. Once again, I'm down in the Big Easy for another one of my culinary adventures. This one I'm calling Gumbo Quest. I'll be sampling gumbo from several different restaurants to see how chefs are changing this iconic recipe today. So let's get started and put my taste buds to work. After checking in at the fabulous Monteleone Hotel, I headed over to Emerald's Nola restaurant for my first gumbo of the trip. A medium dark roux with a traditional scoop of white rice on the side and a generous hunk of crab as well. That evening, it was one of my regular stops in New Orleans at Herb Saint Restaurant, where the gumbo was rich and dark, featuring an andouille tasso-based stock rather than traditional seafood. Lunch the next day was at Cochon Restaurant. Seated at the chef's counter, it was a cacophonous affair. The shrimp gumbo featured a deviled egg on top, although there were no whole shrimp in the mix, and it was a bit salty. Dinner was at Bywater American Bistro, again seated at their chef's counter. The menu does not offer a traditional gumbo, but features a dish of fried oysters and oyster gravy. The gravy is a gumbo by another name, and like a thick soup. Its flavor influenced by the chef's native St. Lucia in the Eastern Caribbean. The following day, I lunched at Maypop and enjoyed their blue crab and fermented black bean gumbo, whose presentation was the most festive of all the gumbos I had. For an early dinner, I chose the venerable Emerald's restaurant in the Warehouse District. The dark, rich gumbo was a traditional style, as expected from the famous chef who has featured gumbo at all 18 of the restaurants he has opened. My last day was a Sunday, and of course that called for a brunch. I chose the Munch Factory, a quaint place in the Lower Garden District, where the gumbo was dark and rich, and so loaded with andouille sausage, there was room for only one shrimp. After brunch, I had just enough time to stop by my regular haunt, the Chart Room, where Hotel Al is a regular fixture, and have a cold Budweiser beer, now served in 12-ounce cans after years of smaller 10-ounce ones. And I got a nice picture of a hat. On my Southwest flight home, I had one last Bloody Mary to bookend the trip. I'm Ron Scott, and if you enjoyed this, please like and share.